So in this video, we're going to talk about regular expressions. And before we take a look at the Linux command line, we're going to use a regular expression web page to sort of see how changing a regular expression will change what actually gets matched. So one thing about regular expressions is if you put anything in a bracket, it's going to match anything that's in that bracket. So if I say A or B or F or T, notice it's matching any character there. And then if I want to say that that letter is followed by an E, notice now we just match these. And if I want to say it's matched by either an E or an A, you can see that it matches a few more things. And then if I put an asterisk on the end, this asterisk means match 0 or more times. So you'll notice a lot more things match now. First off, this matches B-E-E, B-E-A, and bear. And notice the F, T, and T all match as a second match inside that word. And since E and A, even though none of these have E or A as their second character, the asterisk means 0 or more times. So if I change that to a plus, plus means 1 or more times, and you'll notice the number of matches fails, and we don't get the partial matches here either. So one thing that's really nice about a website like this is it lets you mouse over and sort of see how that breaks down, and so you'll see where and what the match is because of. Now let's say I want at least 2 E's or A's. I can put a 2 in brackets, and that says I want one of these, at least 2 of these characters. Now they don't have to be the same character. Notice it matches B. Actually, let's put a T there just so it'll match these two. So if it matches 2 E's or an E and an A, it would also match something like feet, or if we said something like FAAT. All of those match because they all have at least 2, or not exactly 2, characters from this set here. Now, if I wanted to change this and say, I want the numbers or the digits from 0 to 9, and I want to have at least 3 of them, you can see now those numbers are starting to match. And here I have 2 sets that match. I could also say I want to have at least 2 even numbers in a row. And you'll notice 4 and 2, 20, and 20 all match. Let's suppose I want to match just some character. So if I say AP and then have a period, it's going to match any character there. I could also say match a P, and then if I put a question mark here, it says match between 0 and 1 of the preceding tokens. So notice these still match. And then I can say L or an E. And now notice these 3 still match because they all start with an A, then a P. They may or may not have a second P. That's what the P question mark means. And then they have an L or an E at the end. So if I just say A here, you'll notice it matches several things. But if I put a caret at the front, the A has to be at the beginning of the line. And it looks like the way this sets up, this is the only beginning of a line. Okay. Didn't set my flags right. So now notice when I set multi-line here, that says each of these is on an individual line. So there we go. I can find things that start with an A and that end with an E, and then have some set of letters in between them. So I'll just say A through Z here. Okay. and we can have 0 or more of those letters. And so you see, as I build this, it matches more and more things. So this says it starts with A, it has 0 or more characters from A to Z, and then it ends with an E. And this in here, this can be any set that you want. So let's have things that start with a B. They have some characters, one or more of those characters. Okay, all good. Okay, so where these come into play. So where these come into play is, suppose I have some C files. I can grep any, and I want to use the -e flag here with regular expressions because there's something called the extended regular expression set, and those are a little more powerful. I can say, give me anything that, any string that starts with a P, has a bunch of letters, or at least one, but multiple letters, and that ends in an F in star.c. And so there you can see I have all of these printf statements. So let's say I want to find every 3-digit or more number. So I can say 0 through 9, 3. And there you can see it found all the 3-digit numbers I have in those files. If I want to find the 4-digit numbers, I can add that to 4. And you'll notice, and you might notice that this actually matched twice because there's a 6-digit number, so it matched the first and then the second. So this is just a real quick introduction to regular expressions. There's some more examples in the notes, but this should be enough to get you started, and we'll come back and revisit this topic later in the semester.